What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week here. I'm Hayley Lewis, and this is Chiefs News Daily. We got plenty to talk through. New renderings of what Arrowhead Stadium might look across state lines, plus the newest offensive weapon, making sure Kelce is a very permanent part of his NFL journey. Let's dive in, but first, make sure you like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel. All right, let's get it. Well, the Chiefs technically have until January of 2031 to figure out their stadium woes. Will they stay or will they go? Well, after the Jackson County sales tax law was voted down this past month, the Chiefs and the Royals organization were left to figure out what are the next steps. Although both organizations shared their respect for the vote, they said they'd be taking some time to reevaluate plans, and fans have been left to speculate if the Chiefs and the Royals will stay in Missouri or potentially cross the state line. Tuesday evening, those speculations grew as renderings of a possible stadium home in Kansas began to circulate online. Now, if you were left a little bit confused about the situation, don't worry, I gotcha. Let me break it down. First comes the proposed bill, and then come the new stadium renderings. The state of Kansas tried to approve a House bill that would change certain criteria for sales tax and revenue bonds qualification, also known as STAR bonds, according to Jeff Kerr from CBS Sports. Now, these bonds are financing tools that allow Kansas municipalities to issue bonds to finance the development of major commercial, entertainment, and tourism projects. If this bill passed over the next 30 years, the state would pay off the debt created by those bonds with tax revenue. The bill will also require any pro sports team development to include 30,000 plus seat complex with at least $1 billion in investment. This is also an attempt to lure the Royals' new stadium plans into Kansas. While that plan fell flat, Kansas's attempt to bring the Chiefs across the state line from Missouri to the Sunflower State flopped on Wednesday. According to the Associated Press, the bill fizzed out over concerns about how it might look to taxpayers. Dave Scretta and John Hanna from AP further explained that this bill, to potentially bring the Kansas City Chiefs and the Kansas City Royals from Missouri to Kansas, didn't even make it to vote in Kansas legislature on Wednesday. Now, while the idea remains on the table, Hanna and Scretta noted that it wasn't brought to vote for various reasons, including a desire from some representatives to pass a package of tax cuts first. So the idea isn't dead just yet. According to the AP, the bill's biggest champion, Kansas House Commerce Committee Chair Sean Tarwater, a Kansas City area Republican, said supporters want to give the two professional sports teams another option should they contemplate leaving Kansas City, which he said would be devastating for both states. Other lawmakers were critical because the legislator had no public hearings or debates before 3 senators and 3 House members met in public this week to hash out the details of the proposal. Now, as previously stated, Royals owner John Sherman said the Royals will not play at Kauffman Stadium beyond the 2030 season. However, the Chiefs are hopeful that they will remain at Arrowhead Stadium. CEO and owner Clark Hunt said this past Saturday, "I really think at this point it makes sense for us to go our separate ways," when referring to working as a united front with the Royals. Hunt said that staying at Arrowhead is definitely an option, but it's not the only one. "Arrowhead is a special place for our family and our fan base," Hunt continued saying. "Going forward, it might make more sense for us to be in a new stadium." So if the bill wasn't even brought up, then what's with all these new stadium photos flying around over social media? Well, let me tell you. First, the Chiefs organization has absolutely nothing to do with these renderings. Let that be clear. Sam McDowell from Kansas City Star shared this for context, a caution that any stadium renderings in Kansas that you see, which the Star obtained as well, is an idea in which the Chiefs are not involved. That doesn't mean that they won't listen to that idea, not predicting the future here, but they haven't been involved in that development concept. Still, the photos can be seen online of a potential new look at Arrowhead in Kansas. Bleacher Report's Scott Polachek shares that sports architect David Manica designed visuals for what a replacement stadium could look like if the Chiefs would move out of Missouri. Manica shared the conceptual designs were inspired by the form and spirit of our historic Arrowhead Stadium, but it offers a wider variety of experience for its fans. A video of the designs done by Manica Architecture quickly circulated online as well. At this time, the Chiefs have not commented on the renderings. Neither have the Chiefs nor the Royals put out any timeline for announcing any future stadium plans. Chiefs Kingdom got some great news on Monday when the Chiefs announced they'd be making Travis Kelce the highest paid tight end in the NFL. Now today, Kelce's podcast, New Heights Show, shared on Twitter a clip from the latest episode. Kelce telling his brother Jason why he's thrilled to stay here in KC.
I am so freaking thankful to Brett Veach, Mark Donovan, Coach Reed, Big Red, I love you, big guy, and obviously Clark Hunt, man. The Hunt family's been absolutely unbelievable to not only myself and this Kansas City community, but they've just been so generous since I've been here in making it feel like home. And for the past 12 years, man, I've been able to make this place exactly that. And I've loved every single second of it. I'm going to love the next 2 years playing here in Kansas City. I'm so excited and I'm so thankful to this organization for getting it done and making me feel appreciated and compensated the right way. And on top of that, I got to move the needle for the tight end room. It's everyone else's job to go out there and keep making that tight end AAV number go up and up with every single contract that's better than mine. I can't thank Kansas City enough. My agents keep knocking on that door. I'm not a guy that sits out. I'm not a guy that holds out. I'm a guy that loves coming into the building, and the Chiefs know that. I'm extremely grateful and extremely thankful for everybody involved, man. I love Kansas City for it.
Well, it's been a minute since we've heard an update surrounding Rashee Rice and his legal troubles. Last reported by ESPN's NFL insider Adam Schefter was that he suspected a multi-game suspension for Rice. Well, according to Charles Goldman on A2C Sports, on day 3 of the NFL draft, league insider Ian Rappaport provided an additional context surrounding the Rashee Rice situation. He said, in quote, "The Chiefs, of course, expect that Rice will be suspended at some point for the violation of the NFL's personal conduct policy, but the timing and the length of the suspicion remain in question." Rappaport even suggested that Rice might not be suspended at all during the 2024 NFL season. Rappaport said, and quote, "What we don't know is whether or not he'll be eligible to start the season with the Kansas City Chiefs. And really, this depends on how quickly the legal process plays out." Rappaport continued, "There is potential the NFL could issue its discipline and he would likely be suspended. But if the case is still ongoing, as we've seen with several others, then likely he'd be eligible to play this season. Discipline would be handled the following season. So the timing is really an issue, not whether or not he'll be actually suspended." Now, Rappaport confirmed he's not heard if it's a possibility for Rice to be placed on the commissioner's exempt list. He did clarify that Rice is eligible to participate in team activities, but is staying home right now from off-season conditioning and doing work virtually like everyone else in Phase 1. When it comes down to it, the fate of Rice really lies in the hands of how quickly the law is going to move. Well, the draft took up most of the headlines this past week, but Monday night, it was all about that wrestling. WWE's Monday Night Raw visited T-Mobile Center here in Kansas City on Monday night for a special edition of the show. Patrick Mahomes, Trey Smith, Creed Humphrey, all in attendance, even getting in on the action. Now, don't worry, QB1 didn't actually step into the ring, so there's no risk for injury here, but the 3-time Super Bowl champ did aid by lending his Super Bowl ring out to WWE champion Logan Paul for some good use. Now, there was one point in the evening where Mahomes was tempted to step in. WWE star Braun Strowman decided to get into a stare down with the quarterback, but his offensive line quickly shut it down. Strowman backed down from the Chiefs starting center Humphrey and guard Smith as the reigning Super Bowl MVP stood untouched, upright, and unharmed. Now, that's good protection. Smith also tweeted the interaction out saying, "QB1 is off limits." Creed quote tweeted it saying, "Don't go barking up the wrong tree." The fun didn't stop there. Joey Borgonzi also got to join Smith and Humphrey in the ring, showcasing his WWE belt that he was given back on Parade Day. Now, Joey was the child that Smith helped calm down during the Parade Day shooting over their mutual love for football and wrestling. While the Chiefs' #1 draft pick wasted no time making his team a permanent part of his life. Worthy shared on social media his newest tattoo, the Chiefs logo, followed by his draft selection. A moment he'll never forget, and well, now he can't. After amassing more than 1,000 receiving yards during his senior season at Texas, Worthy set an NFL Combine record by running the fastest 40-yard dash, 4.21 seconds. Now in Kansas City, he will be able to use that speed as a target for the reigning Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, a job that Worthy said after the draft would be everybody's dream. All right, folks, that does it for another episode of Chiefs News Daily. Remember, join us on the LLC. That's our Loyal Listeners Club. It is a great place to chat and interact with other fans and myself. Also, make sure to show us some love. Like in today's episode, make sure you like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel, and we will see you tomorrow.